my perception of where the story is going, Dark Pool. And of course I'm only guessing, but it seems to be that the main character is really frustrated with the confusion of the people he has to work with, that they create the confusion to a degree, and he has to wrestle with that confusion.
I love a story where it makes us think about ourselves. You know, I don't know about you, but I often go like, am I in the right life, you know? I happen to feel really good about my life right now, but there have been times when I've gone like, why are people treating me this way? Why are my views so different? And I feel so out of place, a fish out of water. And I think Jim Kroll, and I love that last name because he's crawling, is trying to figure out where he fits in. The wife seems to be happy with him, but in the first episode, she seems to indicate something about the child that doesn't seem right. And nobody in his life will corroborate that, so he just goes on about his business. And that might be, oh, I don't want to get too, you know, Freudian or anything, but like, how much of our lives do we not examine, you know? How many things do we let slide by without questioning them and going like, what did you mean by that? And why are you feeling that way towards me? And so that's, you know, in our world, which is normal, is where I'm kind of like taking my feeding ground. I think all of us feel sometimes a little out of place, and when we watch Dark Pool, we kind of resonate with Jim Kroll as he goes through his paces. I mean, for goodness sakes, he goes into his place of work and, well, they play a trick on it, a practical joke that is, I think, way over the line of what people ought to do in a place of business, right? You'll have to watch to figure out what I'm talking about. But it's just, I've pushed it a little bit. Maybe people at work haven't done that to you, but they've done other things that make you go, hey guys, that's a little cruel, isn't it? So I'm kind of having fun with that. But the story and where it's going, without giving too much away, has a, well, I'm going to drop a term in and see what you think about it. But what if string theory is involved? You can look it up, I don't want to go into it now, but I'd like to start a series. One of the new things about the web series industry is you can do anything you want as long as you fund it yourself, or you have crowdfunding from Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and by the way, we'll talk about that. And as long as you're not asking money from the producers in the Hollywood scene, you can pretty much say whatever you want. And so I'd love to have a series that is entertaining and fun and quizzical, but also we might get young people to look things up, scientific notions, high-level theoretical things in science and math and history, you know. So I'm trying to base it. I have several consultants. I mentioned Philip Larea, and he's my go-to for the money issues. And I also have several science people who are willing to have a phone call and say, Rick, you're talking about, okay, I've already given away time travel in episode 8. How feasible is that? Well, the good news for all is that it's not being done. But there's a lot of cool theories about how it could happen. And so I have people backing me up so that the science is at least plausible. I can say here, without equivocation, that the very wonderful local celebrity Jack Gallagher is joining our cast. And Elizabeth Nunziato from the B Street Theater, who happens to be the wife of Jason Kirkendall, our main actor. And with that, I'll mention Sierra Hersek, who is the star as well. And we're getting some amazing support from our local community to keep this thing going.
Rick, I want to get deeper into that, how you put this series together and this organization of volunteers that help make it happen. So we'll talk about that in the next segment.